Hey everyone, so this is my review of Legion, Season 1, Episode 3, called Chapter 3. And basically what this episode is about is that David continues on his search for answers, while a threat continues to loom and become bigger. And this was a really great and entertaining episode that didn't really cover all that much, but it was still really entertaining to watch, like, how everything played out and how they decided to do everything. And most of this episode still revolved around the same stuff that, like, the last episode revolved around, where they're going into David's memories and trying to pick out, like, key points of his life and stuff like that could potentially help them to, like, find his sister and figure out how he can control his powers and stuff like that. So that was the main chunk of, they didn't really cover much because that was mostly what this episode was about. And then I really liked how they played with the idea of reality versus fiction in this episode, where once they're in David's memories, there are actually some things that only David can see. And that was really kind of cool, that he might still be crazy, even though he has all his powers, he still might be crazy because he's still, like, seeing all this stuff. And all the other people are trying to figure out how to help him and how to see this stuff as well. And that, along with it, I thought was cool that Sid could also see all this stuff, where when she decided to go into the memories too, she kind of ended up acting a lot like David because of the fact that she could see this stuff. And I think that's basically probably because for those few hours where she was David, that sort of helped her to be able to kind of see into David's mind a bit different and all that. And I just found it really kind of cool how they decided to play all that stuff out. And then I really loved the moment where David used some of his powers kind of to spy on, like, the location of where Amy's being held, and the Eye actually being able to, like, see him even though he wasn't actually there, and just that was really kind of cool. And then I also really like the moments where they are in David's mind and the group actually gets split up from one another and they all have to deal with, like, these different events and stuff. And that was just really kind of cool to see all that play out. And just overall, this was a really entertaining and great episode, and I just can't wait to see what else will come up. And so, yeah, that's my review of Legion, Season 1, Episode 3, called Chapter 3. So, yeah. Bye!